more time, one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time in my life. Hi, Destiny Squad, how are you doing? We're live, one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. Hi, Destiny Squad. Our family is growing. 300. Our family is now 300 strong, guys. 300 strong. Can you believe it? I could not believe it, but I'm so happy. So happy. So pleased that the family is growing. And if you are watching right now and you have not subscribed, remember, join the family. 300 strong. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. This, guys, everything here is for you. It is for you in the back. It's for you over there. It is for you. This is for you, guys. We are 300 family strong. So I take a sip for you over there. A sip for you over there. And a sip for me. Thank you so much, guys. This is not strong. This is not strong alcohol. Guys, it is Friday. And what better way to celebrate it than to know that we are 300. 300. The family is growing. Thank you so much, guys, for actually, giving me the opportunity to just be myself. Actually, I am so happy. I am immensely appreciative of you actually, being a part of the Destiny Squad family. Thank you so much. And like I've said, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, of course, there is something for everybody. If you have been watching, you would have realized that only this week, I actually have started doing short videos. And of course, yes, there is something for everybody, like I have said. And of course, now that we are 300 members strong, of course, I know that more is to come. I have some other stuff in store, but of course, I have to keep them close to my heart until I am ready to reveal them. So thank you so much, guys. Okay, weekend is almost here. And as usual, on a Friday, there is something to talk about. I have deliberately used a lower lighting just so that what is going on at the back can show. But I think I need to turn down the distraction just a little bit. So give me a few seconds. I'll turn down the distraction. Okay. So what is there is enough. Okay. So, and remember, this is all for you. It is for you, and you. All right. So for the topic for tonight is the saying that it takes a village to raise a child. Takes a village to grow a child. Is that still relevant today? That is what we are going to explore. And you know what? It comes with a question. How many of you would actually be comfortable to reprimand a neighbor's child, a family member's child, or a friend's child if you actually see them, doing something that they should not be doing in the street? Or would you be cautious of how the child may react, cautious of how the parents may react? This is the situation with a lot of people. But I want to know, We have always heard that, no one person can actually raise a child. So I want to know, is it based on what is happening in our society today? Is that phrase, is that saying still relevant? And when I look at it, you have to look at it from different angles. First, you have to look at it to say, okay, is it that we are dealing with a different generation? Or is it that some values are missing? Is it that because of technology, there are some things that children actually know about? The truth is that in some cases, technology is actually raising our children. It is a sad thing to say, nobody wants to admit it, but sometimes, the children listen more to what is happening on social media. They tend to go with the norm, what's happening on social media, than they actually listen to us. But am I right in saying, perhaps that saying is no longer applicable? Is it that we have lost our identity? Is it that there is no sense of community anymore? Where, the children would meet up in the roads, meet up in the streets. They go to like Sunday school together. They go to community events together, both adults and children alike, to the extent where, I know that that is Mass Tom's child. I know that that is Miss Jane's child. And those children actually know everybody within the community as well. Is it that that is what is, could that be the reason why, there is no sense of community? Could that be a reason why, some people no longer feel comfortable reprimanding, a neighbor's child, a friend's child, or even, a family member's child? Because in some cases, actually, when you actually report to the parent what the child has done, the parent actually turn around on you again, as if you are doing something wrong. Some of them will tell you point blank, do not talk to my child, leave my child alone, leave me to raise my child on my own. Could it be that because of fear of the reaction that we may get, that is why we are a bit hesitant in speaking to other people's children? Or could it be that it's a different generation, to an extent where you actually have almost children giving birth to children? So because of that, they probably don't have the values anymore. Could that be a part of the problem? Or could it be that we are just too busy? Could it be that some of the things that we grew up hearing is no longer relevant? For example, when they say, train up a child in the way he or she should go, so that when they are old, they will not depart from it. Is that relevant? Is that, is that in any way related to the saying that, this sense of community where a village raises a child? When you look at it, the indiscipline that some people are experiencing, if the child is not brought up properly, right, then of course it spills over into society, it spills over into the school. And to a certain extent, that is why, you have certain problems within the school. Seems of late as well, where, parents, children, teachers are a bit hesitant, how to discipline a child, how to scold a child, how to even talk to a child, because they are fearful of how the child will react. They are sometimes fearful that the parents will actually come by the school and actually tell the teacher off. And in some cases, they actually want to fight the teacher as well. So when we talk about taking a village to raise a child, to grow a child, of course, the school should be a part of that community, that village as well, that is helping to raise that child. But If, for example, something happens at school, the child goes home, tell the parent about it, and the parent speaks badly of the teacher to the extent that they even want to come down to the school to attack everybody. What is that saying to the child, right? What message is that sending to the child? Is that saying, look, I can do anything because I know that my mother will defend me. I know that my father will defend me. If that happens, then of course, you should not expect the child to behave in a way that is, a model behavior, because you should always, the teacher, everybody, the community should be comfortable with actually not ill treating your child, not actually physically, touch it, doing anything to your child, but the community, even the elders should, I still believe that sense of saying a village, it takes a village to grow a child. I still believe in that, because I, for example, cannot be everywhere my child is. You cannot be everywhere your child goes. So, of course, there should be, you should feel comfortable, or you should feel that it's a privilege to actually have someone out there who can actually talk to your child if they see your child doing wrong when you are not there. But if you do not want that, or if people know that actually you are not going to listen, you are not going to believe, then what can happen is that your child could be there getting into trouble and everything like that, and nobody tells you about it. So we have to probably learn to actually respect the past. So I'm saying that, yes, things are moving on, technology is taking over, but remember that some traditions are so important. We do not need to forget about everything. What we need to do, and this is my belief, is that we need to respect the past. We need to appreciate the present, and look forward to the future, embracing technology, everything that is coming our way. But at the same time, some fundamental values, we should actually take them with us. And one of those values should be that, there should still be a sense of community, where I see your child going out of the way, doing something wrong, and I can say, hey, Tom, actually, what you're doing is not right. I'm going to tell your dad about it. And when I see your dad, I say to your dad, and I should feel comfortable in knowing that the dad is not going to curse me out, the mother is not going to curse me out, unless they know that I am a troublesome person and that I am in no position to actually try to reprimand a child. And of course, when I say reprimand, of course, you could see the child doing something commendable out there as well. And you should feel comfortable saying, hey, Tom, well done. Hey, Mary, well done. I saw you doing something. I saw you, down the road, and I was really pleased with what you have doing. Good job. Keep it up. That is a sense of community. So remember that taking a village to raise a child does not necessarily mean that all the bad things you're pointing out. It could be that, the community, you never can tell, they can help to build the self-esteem of your child as well, because you are not going to see everything. You cannot know everything. And if I'm looking out for your child, you are looking out for my child, then of course, we can only have better people in society. So, of course, for me, I believe that the saying should not be redundant. It should never, ever go out of fashion. I still believe in a sense of community. I still believe that looking after other people, I still believe in being neighborly. And a part of being neighborly is having everybody else involved in the raising of my child. I don't mean, and when I say a village to raise a child, I don't mean interfering in like my home affairs or anything like that. What I do mean is that if you see something going wrong, you can say, hey, I saw your child down there. Is everything okay? So on, so on. So that's the point that's where I am coming from, right? I believe in this, and I believe that's what is lacking in some instances where you have some children. You would say that they have no manners to the elderly. Sometimes it's just that they know that the parents will not say anything. Sometimes it's just what they're seeing in society. That is what they're copying. Too many times, if you look at it, like I've said, technology, we should embrace technology. But how many times do you realize that this sense of neighborly, this sense of being a friend is lost to the extent where, you will see something happening to somebody else. Even your child is not your child, someone else's child, even to a friend. And instead of stepping in and trying to be neighborly, right? Trying to help the person, point the person in the right direction, so many people are just so quick to instead get out their mobile phone, to instead be more interested in going viral, because that is what some people are interested in when they actually upload certain type of videos, right? So everything now is about social media. Mind you, social media is so good. It is good, but it's how people use it, right? We all know that sometimes the influence is not good. Some of what is posted on social media. And unfortunately, I think that because of social media and how easily children can be manipulated, I think that that is even more why we actually need to bring back this sense of community where people can actually talk to each other, where people can actually help to raise each other's children. So I think that if you should ask me, it is missing, meaning that village raising the children. But I think that that is something that even if we see that it is slipping away, we should try to hang on to it. Because like I've said, traditions come, traditions go, right? But in order for us to appreciate what is coming our way, we have to actually respect what was there first. And instead of trying to, start all over, demolishing what was there and try to build everything from afresh, what we need to do is to build on top of what was already there. See how we can improve it. And I'm sure that, if this should happen, we will see that, our children, we will have better children turning into adults. And I'm not saying that, you can't raise your children well. And when they grow up, they start doing their own thing. So going back to the scripture that says, train up a child in the way that she shall go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. To a certain extent, even though I'm saying that, look, we should not do away with everything, there is another side to it, because you can be in your home, you can have a community raising your child. When the child gets to a certain age, because let us face it, anything that a child, this is my belief, anything foundation wise, I'm not talking about school or anything like that. I'm talking about the foundation in terms of discipline and having manners. I think that anything a child does not learn up to the age of 14, it's going to be very hard for you to convince the child after that. So yes, going back to the scripture about training up a child in the way he shall go, I know that some people actually, they raise children. They could be in a Christian home, or you could be very, very strict. you'll find that once the child is able to make their own decisions, once they're out of, for example, from out of your household or anything like that, you'll find that the child is influenced by outside peers or anything like that. So sometimes it doesn't necessarily work. But as parents, what we need to do up to the age of 14, some people would say 16, what you should do is to try your best to know that you instill discipline, trying to get the child to have manners to the end, to elders and everything like that, so that after they are out of your care, from under your care, you will be at peace, knowing that you have actually done your best, right? So, to summarize it, I still believe that the saying that it takes a village to grow a child, I still believe that it is relevant, and I still believe that we need to do more to ensure that a tradition like that is not lost. We have to take that initiative. We have to probably start being more trusting of our neighbors, be more trusting of what the teacher is saying, so that we know, so that we as parents, we don't get upset when actually somebody comes and tell us that I saw little Johnny doing XYZ, I saw Mary doing XYZ. Or even when the teacher says it, you don't attack the teacher, because when you do that, you are actually teaching your child something. You're actually teaching your child that, look, I can disrespect people because my mom is going to take up for me, my dad is going to take up for me. You have to start thinking, what type of child do I want to send out into the community, right? If you know that you want to raise model men and women, then of course we have to start doing our part as well. So that is all I have to say. Again, thank you so much. 300 subscribers. The family is growing. You are a part of it. And of course, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And like I have said, I have started doing YouTube shorts this week. So if you go to the top of my channel, you will see one icon for live. You'll see one for videos. You will see one for shorts as well. That is where I've started putting some short videos. So shorts is where you do like a 15-second video. And yeah, I've started doing those. Now that we are 300 members strong, of course, you'll be seeing guests as well. I have some things coming, but I can't tell you everything. It's not that it is a secret, but of course, I have to keep certain things close to my heart. Thank you so much. And of course, enjoy your weekend. Do something, I'm going to stress, do something that your future self will be very proud of. Thank you so much, guys. And of course, peace.